Welcome to your daily focus for May the 10th, 2021. My name is Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. I send it right back to you. I absolutely do. You guys absolutely rock. Thank you. Okay, we have the 10 energy today, and 1 plus 0 is a 1, so it's a 1 energy. Now, May 2021 is also 5 plus 5 is a 10. 1 plus 0 is a 1. So, very strong today is the energy of the 1, of the 10. Now, the 10 talks about moving forward to an elevated path, a new path, giving birth to it, a new season, a new way of going forward, better energy coming in for you, a lighter energy coming in for you. And the 1 is the I am. The 1 is the self and how we are moving ourselves forward in one way or another, whether it's work, career, family, health, well-being, spirituality, relationships. And it's really, the 1 energy is your path and your path alone. It's your independence. It's your strength. It's your courage. It's your belief in yourself that will move you forward in the way that you want. The 10 energy is there to help you. We also have the 5 energy because of May, right? So laughter and giggles and smiles and joy and creativity and romance are all part of the 5 energy. So it's about laughing. It's about raising our energy. It's about raising our energy, and we automatically raise our belief about ourselves when that happens. Now, if we do the numerology of the day, it would be an 11 energy. So the 11 energy asks us to cut away the things that no longer have value in our life, have meaning in our life, has substance in our life, does not move us forward, that hinders us in some way, burdens us in some way. And the 11 energy asks for that commitment and to walk with integrity towards that commitment, that goal, that plan, that strategy. And very quick results happen under the 11 energy. So if you put your focus on something, then it will be. And this is an energy for it. I thought my son got me this for Mother's Day. My one son that lives away. Dream and the world will conspire to make it so. And I thought, how fitting. My kids know me all too well. But yes, dream, and the conspiracy will begin to make it so. We have the sun in Taurus and the moon is in Taurus, and it's getting ready for that new moon energy tomorrow. But for today, we are still in full moon energy. So the 11 energy is understanding how we can move forward. What is holding us back? What is burdening us? Mercury's talking to, I believe, Mars and talking to Uranus in a beneficial way. They're getting along up there, and they're making the design for our path going forward with a sense of accomplishment, success, joy. So today will be a day when we will be able to put our focus on something and really see it through, really accomplish a lot perhaps. Or our conversations could be so stimulating, or, exciting news comes in that kind of changes your way of thinking or your point of view, your perception, so that you understand now how to solve a problem that has lingered for a short time, a long time. It's something that you just couldn't push through no matter what angle you seem to come from. Today is a day when you get that aha moment, that epiphany, that understanding. And we are in full moon energy, so today is not really the day to start something new, but we can dream it in our minds. We can plan it in our hearts. Okay, let's see what the cards have to say. Strange little cut. Okay. The Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is about rest, recuperation, relaxation, rejuvenation. It's about healing. Our weekend was about healing. But maybe this is, the whole body instead of just our hearts. It was more about our heart, healing our heart on the weekend. Here we are, this is the soldier, this is the warrior, this is Mars. This is the warrior coming off the battlefield and taking off their armor and hanging up their weapons and laying down to rest, recuperate, regenerate, to step into a new beginning, a new start, a new environment, a healthier environment, an environment with more light and laughter in it. So it's telling you to take it back a little bit. Visit your dreamscape a little bit of what you want. Dream it today. Dream it today. Because you have that 11 energy. Now, the 11 energy wants us to get going on it too, wants us to roll up our sleeves. So maybe it's writing out the list. Maybe it's in, just point form, some of the things that you want to accomplish going forward in a week, in a month, in a year, in a decade. What do you want to accomplish? What do you want to manifest? What do you want to transform in your life? It could be your relationships. It could be job, career, financial, health, well-being, your spirituality. And it could be different goals in different areas. And they work together. The Five of Swords. The Five of Swords, we need to be truthful to ourselves, yes. But we can't just block people out. We can't just say it's my way or the highway right now. That's not going to work. They could have valuable information or valuable resources, or maybe just be able to give you that support that you need going forward if you don't get the blinders on today. Okay, with the Five of Swords, yes, we have to stand in our truth. Okay, we may challenge or be challenged. But we need to be honest. We need to be forthright. We can't let our ego take over. And when we realize they were really telling us a good thing, we shut them out anyways because our ego wanted to be right. We didn't want to admit that, we didn't know something. So don't push people away today, but don't allow them to walk over a dream or a goal or a desire that you have or yourself. Know your worth. And in some ways, we have to put that wall around us, the wall of swords here. But, you could put mirrors around you. Okay, so if you go in your mind and you see these mirrors pop up in a circle around you, okay, with the mirrors facing outwards, or you could see yourself in a disco ball kind of atmosphere with the mirrors sticking out and you're in the center. And what the mirror does is anything that was sent to you or comes close to you that is, I don't want to use the word evil, but evil's coming out the most here, negative, evil, not for your well-being whatsoever, it will bounce back and return to the sender. So you're not doing anybody harm. If your sender didn't send it, nothing would happen. But also know that you can't send it out either with this wall of mirrors, right? You have to stand within your integrity. But goodness is attracted to goodness. So when goodness comes close and sees itself, it stays, and more goodness is attracted to you. I do a circle of mirrors every single morning when I leave. It's amazing the things that I find out later. You're in the workplace. There's always something, right? Somebody's trying to undermine you or jump ahead of you or look better to the boss or take your ideas and run with them. So I find out quite often, did you know 6 months ago they tried this, but it didn't work for them? And I totally give that to my mirrors, keeping the goodness close. And you know what? If you're going to send some kind of negativity to me, it's probably going to go back to you. That's probably the kind of wall I'd like to see you put up rather than one of isolation or pulling yourself back from other people. This is one where, we will find the right people to walk forward with if we're not already with them. And the Seven of Swords. So the Four of Swords, the Five of Swords, and the Seven of Swords. This is all about clarity. And, the swords is clarity and perception, and it's our ego, and it's about being forthright and honest and analytical to some point. It's about our thoughts. So it is about the dream, and it's about getting a little serious with it. Just saying, you know what? If I really want it, what do I see? Do some deep breathing, and what do I see beyond today, beyond tomorrow, that I can step into? The Seven of Swords. This is a little bit about people doing things behind your back to undermine your path forward, your happiness, your joy, your successes. Don't fall you don't fall into the drama of gossip, working on other people's agendas. Be careful of those things. But the Seven of Swords also tells us to take stock. Take stock of what we're taking forward with us. Is it the things that we want to take, or are they the things that we want to take forward with us? Here, okay, we walk by two perfectly good swords that, man, we could have just walked right by and scooped them. We wouldn't even have stopped. We wouldn't have missed a step. Yet we walked by those to pick this one up on the ground. This one had value to us. The other two really didn't. And sometimes we just grab the easier path. Sometimes we just grab it because it's there, but we really didn't need it. Sometimes we say yes to an obligation or a responsibility that doesn't move us forward in any way, or makes us feel good, or helps out somebody in a strong way, or it just helps that one person because they got it off their plate. Working on somebody's agenda. Now, this card typically shows a fair, or, tents in the circus, perhaps in the background, a place of celebration, of laughter, of joy, of giggles. And that's where we are ultimately going. So we don't want to be carrying around the extra baggage. I don't care how shiny it looks. It may not fit on your path going forward. So is it necessary? Is it something that you need? Is it something you deem worthy? Let's get our mantras out here. So swords, swords, and swords. Really about clarity, understandings, our thoughts, our challenges, being challenged, our perception. And it's very much, if you do the seasons with the tarot cards, the swords are the winter. And tomorrow we are having the new moon, so there's our spring. Or you could look at it as we were under the 10 energy today, and so we have a very winter type of energy, knowing that we are moving towards the spring. So what do we need to let go of today? Where do we need to allow in healing? Where do we need to tone it down a bit and look inwardly instead of outwardly? Where do we need to allow in for compromise or listening to somebody else's opinion or their knowledge? And maybe through their knowledge or their opinion, we see a different point of view. And we see how we can, in our own lives, adapt that view to solve a problem that we just have not been able to work our way through. Look at this, 7 heavenly virtues, keys to goodness. Well, the 11 energy asks us to, walk with a sense of integrity. Absolutely. So, spiritual enlightenment and divine knowledge. Have faith and believe that all is good, all is meaningful. And really there is no good or bad. It's our perception of it. We all have a deep intuitive understanding of God, the angels, and the universal spirit. And we already know the keys to goodness. And we're being asked to use this knowledge to empower ourselves and perhaps teach others. So the first one is Well, I'll read all 7 and then. Faith, hope, charity, fortitude, justice, patience, and temperance. So faith, believe and trust in the right things. Hope, believe that good will prevail. Charity, unlimited loving kindness towards others. Fortitude, never giving up. Justice, being fair towards others. And justice is also the 11th card in the tarot deck, by the way. Patience, accepting the grace to forgive. And temperance is practicing self-control and moderation. There is no mantra, but we could tell ourselves that we have the divine wisdom to move ourselves forward on a beautiful path. And let's get our animals here. How fitting, the awakening with the bear. We are coming out of our slumber. We are coming out of our Where is bear? There he is. We are coming out of our hibernation. Awakening. Uncertainty, openness, awakening, negativity, and hibernation. When we fall asleep, we withdraw our awareness from its hypnotic fascination with physical sensation, thereby enabling us to listen with our now awakened sixth sense. And when I read that, I thought, wow, we have so much Taurus energy, just the sun and moon alone coming together to form our new moon. Okay, so that's our Taurus energy there, which is our 5 senses, which is earth, which is being grounded in our 5 senses. And so the bear shows up here to say, hey, and when we fall asleep at night, we invite in the 6th sense to show us the way forward. So pay attention to your dreams, waking and sleeping. They're there to give you clues. They're there to give you an awareness. They're there to give you help, support, aid. They're there to show you the way. Pay attention to them. Bear reminds you that you have been hibernating and hiding from your passions and your own true self for far too long. This is the time to open up your mind, heart, and soul and see with all your senses, but most importantly, with your 6th sense. Spend some time each morning journaling, listening to your heart. Release the fears and only hear the love of what you want out of that love. The fears only prevent you from crawling out of the cave, and they cause you to be grumpy and negative. Bear says it's time for your time of awakening. Maybe you've always wanted to write a book, pick up an instrument, learn how to knit. Maybe you've been afraid to sign up for that class because you've been caught within a web of fear for so long you forgot how good it felt to stretch and feel the love that's around you and the love that you create from within. No matter what speaks to your soul, release the fear and allow Bear to stand beside you, to assist you with your awakening. Don't allow your limited view to bring about fear, because you are on the verge of something great. You are on the verge of something great. So do not let your limiting view hamper you in any way. See things from a different point of view. Rip off those blinders. Listen to what other people have to say, what information you're taking in. Don't allow limited view. Bear may be telling you you need a good sound sleep, one that is undisturbed and restful. Once you awaken from that sleep, you will feel refreshed and ready to take on the world. Bears are resourceful before, during, and after their hibernation. Bear wants to teach you to be resourceful with your life. What are you purchasing too much food at the store that is going unused? Is your closet filled with clothes that you haven't worn in years? Bear says to simplify. Remember when we're picking up the swords and the 7 of swords there? To simplify. What do we truly need in our lives in order to be content, in order to be safe, in order to be cared for, so that we can concentrate on our footsteps forward and how we are going to create our tomorrow? Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.